Mayam Bukrumzari dum ning very basi Impact News ni ai Joyshree Usham na Impact News ki Impact Health Link for a Healthy Manipur program asida taram nokjari ngasi akhoi puzari liba topic asi children's mental health hiram asida akupa world thambina ba akhoi gi studio da election biri ba expert na Dr. Jina Heigrujam, Psychiatrist, Postdoctoral Fellow in Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, Hozikna District Hospital, Thoubal, Manipur State Health Service ta thabak tawbiri. Dr. Taram nokjari.
Thank you so much for having me.
Doctor, akhoi agang oiba matam si agang sing ji yamna awaba khangdaba yamna nungai na leiba admaina di akhoi dum khanai adubu agang sing gi marakta zu hojiki mental health ki issue leibra aduga aphaba mental health na kari ogedage aduga issue rom da problem oina la kanda karamba common oiba agang sing gi mental health issue thingna bage krathambi. Okay.
So ahan bada mental health se akoina angang da yengak pakanda mental well-being haibaga mental health siga ko khatang su difference le na mentally well-being oiba angang ama haibaze akoina not just physical well-being haibasiga mental well-being and social well-being si ki combinations in ba akoina to call anybody a healthy person hai se similar manner angang da sune so akoina angang da yengak pakanda first the physical da yenga akanda di mogi developmental milestone do correct time to reach for example crawling on time kind of neck holding si me am sine physical me am sine ba she me am se important or ko mo gi neurodevelopmental aspect of growth. Another thing is mo ko gi emotional growth ha se angang sina angang khara emotionally intelligent am oiba compared to another children mogi chahi same age cohort tadi oiraga so khara angang amadi am emotionally intelligent oiba angang am su leiko adu high rehna moine hene develop oi geti wana taba but emotional component of development so important oi and one very important aspect say social component se angang amana chahi kya yorakanda social smile toba adagi mogi magi peer age group ki peer ga sanaba group play gumba haiba haitaba haise sigi integration ahum se well developed oiba kanda ne ba akoina healthy oiba angang ana haidori se ko adula angang da su mental health issues leiba laitaba haise hojik hanadi mamang chahi kharagi matang dadi mental health disorders itself was such a taboo to talk about ko ado huji ki har gadi mi am say compared to how it was before yam thina di changes la eko moise mental health ki matang da wari chananing ba open up tawning ba andagi hoje khoi OPD the patients so hana ga yengna bada hujiti yam yame kaina khoi gi senior sing na su dum hae ba ko sigi mathakta anga khoina dum adult sing na ju khana badum lai ko ki angang da su mental health disorders mental health issues se lai tabra haina but angang da su mental health issues se lai ada angang da su akhoina common mental health disorders da adult akhoina yeng ba kanda depression ko mayam dum Google da su dum panaramni and now there's so many people who talk about it openly ko on social media and on news ko and mental health ke no da kuina new common mental health ngasagi anxiety depression kind adult ta tawna base so minor children and adolescent ko moi da su tawda banate children and adolescent su common mental health disorders like neurodevelopmental disorders like and then emotional disorders. So akuina when we talk about children mental health it's a myriad of myriad of issues aduda if we pick on each and every one of them today adudi loiba nair roiba ko ahan gi depressive symptoms ka angang gi and especially angang hair kanda adolescent age group se ko pubertal age group moi siga di khatang khena badilai ada akoina when we talk about age the haira agadi and gender the yenga akanda first ko nupam chaga nupim chaga pre pubertal chahi tarahum do gi mamangi da yenga akanda di depression gi ke haita rene masing se adum chawrak na manai ba but pubertal age reached aura akanda di adolescent age tadi nupam chaga nupim chaga yengna bakanda nupima chana has more as compared to boys adugi pon ama leire ko gender da khoina yeng akanda. Another thing is pre-pubertal and then adolescent and adult ki the depressive symptoms se khara khena ba yawe mostly pre-pubertal and adolescent ta main oina ngasai gi khoina depression hyper disorders depressive disorder da koina ICD-10 criteria DSM-5 kind am laigreba to call somebody as having depressive disorder so criteria fit tawbado aduma sulai reko but other than the criteria khatang differences labor aise kaino haiba kanda adults da koina interact obakanda an adult who is suffering from depression moigi akoina moi my thong da depressed oibagi ke haitare my thong ama dum ubado and the moods and matam da depressed oiba akoina moi gi interact tawga du phanyam nu harau hanna ba tawrasu nu ngai hanna ba ko I di not a doctor but family member and friends na ko la aga da una ba da mayam wawa tawmina ba da su adu da su mayam pun ba khot ba da su he nu ngai thok he ngam da ba do magi mood symptoms na but this is very interesting because anganga adolescent di kamaina tawge habada hujiki small interaction short interactive period to with their peers or family member ko yam nungai na keno tawje moi the reactive effects se layeba moi the reactive effect in the sense ki nungai bangam bado for that short period of time adugi difference to that is one of the major difference adult ka children de yeng na bakanda ko
do sigi my reactive sigi difference lai buje masi aphabo gedra phatabo gedra habadi like is it good that they are showing this
the thing is akoina reactive effect to lai rakpa kan dinina many a times parents tend to miss out many a times teacher tend to miss out many a times even doctors tend to miss out ki engatang interaction si ma keshu akoina joke ama crack to bokanda angang sinanga noklak pa kholak pa tawrdi akoina ema dum no izina ngatang gi adum repozo yam phajana dum build tawri aiga react tawri so we might miss out on that ko adu miss out on that haiba wani but not necessarily that ke haitare ne adu iduna miss out tawni haibagi not that everyone will but chances to aduna oeba and other than that adugi duna reactive oibagi mogi effect uma laire on top of that moi irritability se am lai angang da diko adolescent ka adult ka yingna bakanda adult on the other hand anhedonic oiba haina koina anhedonic oiba haidi hanaga yamna interest yauna ga tawjaramba activities mayam ga se dull it oidana tawba mi ga se pangna interact i tawning taba adum isolate tongana adum laining ba ai thanda dum laibane nung nai da high type tam kha dum laijabadu ko aduna haire na mi people can argue with me saying ki mi thanda leba tongan leba ngai jo mi am leina haba adoisu adu dangi wa na taba tongan isolate tawraga leba dugi mathakta yamna changes hana gi phim dagi adagi akoi gi activity of daily living se da yamna choktharapa yawbose ko si sineba differences oirak toise children on the other hand moi the irritability am hengalakani and adolescent what they feel is every time akoina tawri khudingi phattaba maungda khalle adult singsina ahan singsina so yamna negative automatic negative thought lakpase so parents na kamaina ma taw kai changes the notice tau ge habada many parents ko aina angon the pura patient angang pura lakpa kan da thingna base academic performance yam handare habase si se amna important oibe am main oina moina lakpa se concern jo anam bana parents se si oi galle ki ma se 1 to 5 ki rank panung da chalambane handakti yaudre 10 bhauki manung bau yaudre mark se am low ina phangye kana habase like pow haigana saugalakpa like pow haigana saugalakpa de khitang macha ma khitang ngang ragasu yam hekta saugadaba pot ama natragasu khitang hengang uba kanda phet tawraga saugalakpa henba kappa khot pe helakpa adagi yamna defiant oiba sometimes children yaudaba late natiko adolescent tawgano haiba kanda ga hena tawwa and then moigi parents some parents they actually catch them smoking cigarette ko smoke to bolairam e kholi kaina sigi moigi main concern di aduneba so these externalized oirakpa behavior ma'am se ada angang di because children ang hena keno suni ko si the children di verbally amna reach as compared to adults who are developing normally aduga maga yengna bakanda di verbal output or even talking about emotions and feeling compared to raga di khatang di khena rani cognitive skill do yengna raga di angang di ai nungai te haibagi nungai te bagi reason je ahan di haiba ngamni ba point abc di si jina maram oiraga ai mood se hapta amani shumai tawre ka ha angang di du haiba ong su ngamakte dana an adolescent na kamai tawge da acting out se am yaure eba moi de ana sigi main concern oina su purak pana su anamba oi acting out behavior academic the hantarakpa and sometimes they catch them trying cigarette or having a drink sigma the jahi yaudringe da siguma sigi concerns in a main oiraga dum purak pasu yam yawi akoina normal adolescent and normal developing the adolescent childhood to adolescent ki shift se and adolescent to adult ki shift se those are very crucial time no aduna sigi shift se da su yam su tawgalle ba and like you said cigarette try tawning ba alcohol try tawning ba imanabi ga thoga kholaga tawning ba se it's a very normal adolescent ki behavior ne ba what differs from a normal adolescent behavior to that of a depressive adolescent or a children is that kari da khena ke habda moigi behavioral changes se hauji ke to di try to ge khot ke haibai wani dana aduna tabda moigi the stark behavior changes ama uine ba, and that behavior changes pervasively khar kuina dum lai thabado ngasi aina for example if I have a kid you know ado aigi angang se na cigarette try to lai ramen khola aina chapeng ngang rani chairani mas harani he or she might just answer back. That is very normal. Amawa ampana chaira kanda answer back to was normal neba. Aduna, and then next day he or she is fine. But different is on a child or an adolescent ko who have depressive symptoms, not just try to bagido. Maya kan bahida gama try to badangin natta bida moigi the behavior atopa behavior snappy or for no reason. They'll get irritable for no reason. Macha amma kainom khak discuss tauna se khot se haiba kandasu yam thina brang brang saugat pa. And moi the target tawraga wangang badang gisu natabida khitang hairubada nungai tabasin helakpa noi de aigonda sumaina dum tawrlai haibagi accusation towards the parents most of the time. And no ni the tawraga ngasi chairubai ngang hairak pa nataba. Adu natabida behavioral changes se pervasive manner the khara tawrakpa kandadi, and then like I said academic ta yam thina hairamme hairaga su yamna top student magta yaudre harga su drastic change in academic. Another thing is mogi self care gumba gaze hantarakpa. Koine activity of daily living and high ko. See you and I also koigi no magi tawgada be ithause no magi tawgada be ithause dang auction so I also like going out with my friends, but I make sure that I gi tawgada be ithaw do loisalaga I gi thaw laitaba numit amada khatang free or benumita you make a plan accordingly ko. Aduna tabida akoigi tawgada be everyday activity from the very basic thing as getting up, getting ready to go to school, having your breakfast, studying for a student life ko, and then having your play time, having family time. Si gumba me amsi da zo interested bak hanbadu. Amma tab hana dagi yam thina changes ama urak pase ko. Si gumba kanda koina khatang su careful oiba parents na amma su yai ko. Khatang just look out for these symptoms that you initial symptoms that you see in a child. Along with that koina causes la akandadi more because biological cause, psychological cause and environmental cause family member if any of the parents, either parents or grandparents family anyone who has suffered prior to depressive disorder gumba suffer tawr laigiba family member adu maina tawbase genetically transmit tawba oiba what amasu yauri genetic component amasu yauri banina ko so sigumba sijo koina check tawba ma darkar tai. And then like I said ahan bada haibedo developmental yeng bakanda koigi neurodevelopmental disorder lay laite haibedo koina neurodevelopmental disorder lay angang intellectual digi disabled we angang se koina emadi buddhi shakti khara name banina wakanu ngai ta depression ka kisu tawramoi kan khana basu yam yawe ba, but they also as compared to normal child moina su hena koina catch tawbungam da bai potang oidori ne ba koina because moi the verbal output might not be as strong as compared to children of the similar age who are typically developing. Aduna adugumbagi macha am dokina catch tawungam da bagi su oibagi ko, but neurodevelopmental issues like family history of depressive disorder, family history of suicide kumba laibase, and then on top of that psychological issues haira kanda how is the family habido parents ka angang sigi interaction parent ani du kamaini interact taunari any major issues a single parent correct divorce siguma me amsiso, and then adui duna ngang sida cam effect we tau de have because I know a lot of single parents who are doing very well with and whose children are doing very well, right? Adu dang duna kaya moid effect aure peer relation, and then especially adolescent age the sigi peer relation say yamna important oiba just so as I can fit in. Aduna adum mayamna tauna basida adum changchan giba aduna su adum akoina certain behavior pamna da parents na di pamoy da behavior da all my friends are doing I can also do it haibagi amadu adum tawhib, and then parents na catch tawrani, and then sometimes parents because of anger and out of love I'll say moina adum ngang ba chai ba kanda khungang kuchai haibagi ke hetarene mawong haibasu leidana ko which adolescent age study it affects them. Adu hire na parents and chaibal lale haibana of course parents chaidana kanana buji chairuni natra they have every right to school a child, they have every right to correct their children, but angang the certain angang the temperamentally khatang kahetane slow to warm up oiba difficult or slow to warm up or angang dadi so was hen lokshan ba yam easy oi gi ba angang temperamentally yam easy oi ba angang dadi mama pa na ngatang chai rasu angang kharati dum phagi ta thoga storoi ka har ga phagi ta thoga dum ngam gi bis leba aduna tab angang asage ina automatic negative thinking masagi leijaba angang leidana ko automatically dum moina sumaina ngonda sumaini ngai se moi nokna gi tra ngonda kain khan bado for example stage ta kara wangango haiba gumba da elocution ama debate ama yaw haiba kanda aina soiraga di moina ngonda nokna gi ni kana immediately adugi negative thinking leiba angang lei ko at the same time there are children who are like okay I'll do it you know who have enough confidence to go forward and say okay I'll do it adugi dune temperament differences see that's yamna important oi ebuko and then one of the major thing depression gi major loss bereavement it could be a loss of a parent it could be loss of somebody very significant and current situation ge haigadi loss of home where you feel safe and secure I would say it's a big loss it's akhoi handaki irang se akoina the magnitude of such a conflict that we are seeing right now